Go for free. Go for free. Okay, this is the third time I've tried recording. The first time my background was a horrible mess because I'd left stuff here. The second time I recorded for about 2 minutes straight and didn't even realise I was muted. This video is going great. Make sure that you liked and subscribed for this really mediocre tier content. Let me start this again. Third time's a charm. What's up everybody, my name is Davey. I'm going to make two apologies to start off this video. Firstly, I'm going to apologise that I look like trash, I feel like trash, it's like 11 o'clock at night, I'm tired, but I'm making this video because I'm passionate about nerdy shit. If this background full of the Legos, the McFarlane, Five Nights at Freddy's, the infinite pile of U2s, and Lego sets so old and obscure that even old Lego fans probably don't even realise what they are, doesn't tell you that I'm a nerd, I don't know what will. I don't know what will tell you that I'm passionate about silly and random nerdy stuff if this doesn't. The second apology I'm going to make is that this isn't going to be my highest quality video. I haven't memorised my script or memorised information in any way, so I'm going to be turning here for a moment while I'm talking, and that's just because as I'm talking, I'm reading what I need to talk about. So I'll be like, okay, the next thing I'm going to talk about is da-da-da-da, you know, I'm going to have to look away for a second and look back, just because there's so much that I want to talk about in this video that I've had to, like, list it out into segments of information. I will improve quality of videos obviously as this channel goes on, but since I've literally just started it and haven't even given it a proper start off that I wanted to, this is kind of what I've got for now. With all of that out the way, faster than it was the first two times, let's actually get into the video. I don't usually make videos like this because I feel like it can be disrespectful to talk about something when it leaks out. Whether it's music, films, TV, a physical product, whatever, I feel like that can be disrespectful to the distributor to talk about it when it leaks out, because they haven't shared it themselves. However, I am going to be talking about these just because some of these I'm really, really excited about. So don't expect this content commonly from me. There's going to be a lot of Lego content on here. There's going to be me reviewing new sets and old sets, and there's going to be me reacting to stuff when it's officially revealed, like you got the Animal Crossing trailer, but there's not going to be a huge amount of Lego leaks, let's talk about it, just because I don't feel like that's a respectful type of content towards Lego or, you know, Star Wars, Marvel, whatever. Interestingly, both those examples I came up with were Disney. I'm not going to do it a lot because I feel like that's the most respectful thing I can do if a leak comes up, to, you know, just not exactly turn a blind eye to it, but like not share it further. So that's the logic for that. Will that affect the growth of my channel? Very probably. But it's a decision I've already made, so let's get into it. The first set which I want to talk about is the 75393 X-Wing and TIE Fighter. This set, when we first heard about it, we thought, nah, they did like the X-Wing and the TIE Fighter sets like a year and a half, 2 years ago. Why would they now squash them together? More so, it's going to be so expensive that people will just want to buy the individual ones. Well, it's going to be $109.99. That's American dollars. I don't know what that's going to be in other currencies. All of these currencies are in dollars, which is awful to me because I'm British and we don't use dollars. But to the Americans who watch this video, you're going to love it because it's easy to know what it is. $34.99 is $34.99. For the English people, get a calculator out. That's my best advice. It's a random set because, like I said, everyone was like, no, they're not going to do that so long after its release. However, more information has revealed that it's apparently part of something called the Uglies line. To Lego, this means absolutely nothing, but to Star Wars, that has a little bit of meaning, because an ugly is a term used to refer to the ships in the Legends, which is referring to ships which are built from parts of other ships. You know, you take a Republic gunship engine, you take some X-Wing armed wings, and you take a, I don't know, Z9 Torrent Starfighter hull, and you squash them all together and you make this horrific ugly mess, and you go, there you go, that's my ship, and they're like, ha, that's ugly, it's an ugly, and you know, there you go, that's what an ugly is. It's a ship made from pieces of other ships. And obviously it's going to look ugly no matter what ship pieces you use. I think my example might have been the best one you're going to get, so, you know. But Sorry. This is an interesting set. I don't think anyone saw this coming. There's not really much more information on it, so I'm kind of just curious what this is going to be. It's probably not something I'm going to pick up just because I don't collect a huge amount of Lego now. I've got a lot of Lego to talk about, but I'm not exactly seeking to further expand in this moment of time, especially when it comes to original trilogy and sequel trilogy, you know, the prequel trilogy, the Clone Wars to be specific. That's my era, you know, that's my expertise in Lego Star Wars. So when it comes to other things like Legends, sequels, original trilogy, that's not so interesting to me, and I might not be getting this set. I don't know. If there's any cool figures in it, I might get it. But I wouldn't expect me to. But there's not much more information on that set, so I'm going to skip past that so I can talk about one which I'm really excited for. It's 75388 Jedi Bob Starfighter. This is going to be $34.99, which is a little bit dear. I think Obi-Wan's one last year was $25.99 or like $29.99, so it's a little bit dear. They've thrown a couple extra quid on, or a couple extra dollars if you're American, but I'm not too bothered about that because it's Jedi Bob. For those of you who are thinking, who the hell is Jedi Bob? I perfectly understand your way of thinking that. He's not exactly Mace Windu. Jedi Bob was just a random Jedi which Lego made for the attack gunship in 2002. I believe 2002 is when the original gunship Lego set came out. But the Republic attack gunship, it came with 2 super battle droids in a blue colour. It came with 2 clone troopers, phase 1, with the cutout eye holding the mask, and then the black head underneath, similar to the phase 2s that we were getting in 2007, right before the Clone Wars era. And then we had, as the Jedi, I suppose they didn't want to put any specific Jedi with it. So they were like, oh, okay, well, since Attack of the Clones has the scene where it's tons of random Jedi, let's just make a random Jedi, throw him in there. And what did they come up with? Jedi Bob. Jedi Bob. But this actually kind of a cool character. The fans have absolutely hailed on this for years. Fun fact, up until a few days ago, I thought Jedi Bob came in the red Republic Cruiser, which came out a few years later in 2005, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong on that one. And you know, since I thought we were getting the red gunship, I was like, oh, that must mean that Bob's coming in it. But no, then we got more details on the gunship pretty much like 5 minutes after, and I was like, okay, there's no Bob, but that's still pretty cool. And turns out we are going to get Bob. And turns out I was wrong that Bob did not come in the Republic Cruiser. He came in the original gunship, so, you know, I guess I learned a little bit there. I was still right, which was incredible to me. And more incredible, we're going to get a recreation of the original Bob. There's going to be 2 figures included in the set. One of them, we have no idea what it's going to be. People are talking about this as if it's going to be a full figure and not a small astromech. So, assuming that it's not going to be an astromech droid, and then it will be a full figure, there's a few options for what this could be. The first one is that... Oh, actually, let's talk about what the first figure will be first, before we talk about those options. Let's just put that there for 1 second. The first figure that's going to be included in the set is a yellow-skinned Jedi Bob, which is pretty cool. He's basically going to be a recreation of the original. He's not going to be the exact same. Obviously, that will kill the value of the original figure, but it's still going to be pretty cool. I'm actually pretty excited for that. I'll definitely be buying this Starfighter, even though I don't buy many Starfighters. I didn't buy the Obi-Wan one. I should have, but I will be buying the Starfighter just so I can show off Jedi Bob. So that, I don't know, I really like Jedi Bob as a character. I always thought it was quite funny seeing it in the visual magazine that I had as a kid. So I don't know if I've got my visual magazine here. I think that might be it. Yes. My setup behind me is a mess, so ignore the sounds, but the visual dictionary. And if I can quickly find the Jedi section... Yes! There, ladies and gentlemen, it's Jedi Bob. I would see Jedi Bob in the magazine as a kid, and I was like, wow, what a silly character. I want him. But I think a lot of people saw it like that. I will fix my setup behind me in a second. I think a lot of people thought like that, so it's kind of cool that we're finally going to get Jedi Bob again as a yellow face character once again. It's really strange to see a yellow face character in 2024, but I guess Lego City still uses yellow face, so does Ninjago. I think Dreams does, I think Monkey Kid does, I think there's a few themes that still use yellow faces. But either way, we can put Jedi Bob to the side now as much as we love him, and we can go back to talking about what the second figure could be. The first option it could be is a pale face Jedi Bob, which would make sense. You've got an old style one and a new style one in the same set. That would surprise me, however. The second expectation is that it could just be an astromech, which seems pretty likely to me. But people are talking about this as if it's going to be an actual minifigure and not a brick-built character like the astromechs, which is what leads me to the third theory, which I think, if it's not an astromech, is the most likely thing that we'll get. And that is a 25 or 25th anniversary figure. This year is the 25th anniversary of just Lego Star Wars as a theme. It started in 1999 and it's 2024 now, so it's been 25 years. However, it's also the 25th anniversary of Phantom Menace. It's seeming that we're going to get some exclusive figures for both of these. We're going to be getting... Oh, what is it? Darth Malak, ARC Trooper 5s, and Princess Leia for the 25th anniversary of Lego Star Wars as a theme. And then Phantom Menace, we're going to be getting some 25th anniversary sets. Like, we're getting the 80... it's 80... No, it's the AAT. It's the AAT polybag. I was going to say 8080 ATT, but I was like, nope, it's a Republican Empire. What's the droid one? We're going to be getting an AAT polybag, which released January 1st. Some people already have it, which is kind of cool. There's rumours of an MTT, but I would be surprised. I'd imagine that there's too many sets coming out this year, and that maybe in a year or two we'll see it, but not just yet. I would imagine that they'd actually take a break, do loads of sets which don't include droids before they did the MTT, just so that they can draw attention to it as being your best way to get loads of little battle droid characters. You know, right now we've got battle packs and sets that include an odd couple droids, so people will just go for those cheaper alternatives to get droids. So if they create a demand for them by making a break, doing some Imperial stuff and sequel stuff and Legend stuff, then they can bring it back, which is what looks like they're seeming to do. So it's what it seems like they're doing. So I wouldn't be surprised if in next year, following year, we got an MTT. Sorry, going back to what we were talking about. I've lost my trace of thought entirely. Yes, I remember now. We are going to be getting a Sith Infiltrator, which I'll talk about in a minute, and a couple other Phantom Menace sets. So it seems like we're going to be getting sets instead of figures for the 25th anniversary of Phantom Menace. However, Jedi Bob Starfighter, the second character, if it's not an astromech droid, I would expect it to be a 25th anniversary figure for 25 years of LEGO Star Wars. Since it's also the set which has Jedi Bob in, that would just make the most sense. Jedi Bob is a fan favourite character. If they're going to give him his own set, it's a perfect opportunity to put it in there as the fourth of the 5 25th anniversary characters. We might even get 6, but I think it's 5 that we're going to get, because I'm pretty sure it was 5 when we had the anniversary for... Oh, what was it? Empire Strikes Back? No. Maybe. No. I don't know. The one that we had like 5 years ago, like 2018 or something, 2019, 2020, somewhere around there. It's really difficult for me to keep track of the years. The last few years have been a real mess for me. Since we've mentioned it briefly, let's talk about it now. 75383, it's going to be a new Darth Maul Interceptor, or Sith Infiltrator, which is rumoured to come out in May. It's nice to have one which has a release date with it. I wouldn't be surprised if Jedi Bob Starfighter was May, because obviously May 4th. It could be as early as March, but that would surprise me. I would expect these to be summer and winter. But the Sith Infiltrator, that will be May. So we know that we'll be getting the 25th of Anniversary of the Phantom Menace around May kind of time, which lines up May the 4th, so that would make a lot of sense. That's when you celebrate the anniversary, because you're also celebrating May 4th around that same time. It fits together nicely. I thought they'd release it a little bit earlier, because that means there's like 4 days for shops to get it and put it on shelves, and for people to buy it before May 4th, because people may want to have these sets for May 4th. People might want to buy it a few days earlier, or like a couple weeks earlier, so that on May 4th they can just spend the day building Lego Star Wars while watching Star Wars. I know people who've done that kind of thing. It wouldn't surprise me if that's what people want to do. Sorry, all this talking, it's making me feel sick. I gotta take a drink quickly. This is an insane video. I'm very tired, and yet I was just like, screw it, let's jump in and record like a 20-25 minute long video. It's absolutely insane. A new Darth Maul Interceptor. Let's talk about that rather than sidetracking to different topics repeatedly. It's rumoured to include Darth Maul, Qui-Gon Jinn, Padme Amidala, and Captain Panaka. It's possible that we could see a 25th anniversary figure in it. I wouldn't expect it. I don't think it's very likely. It's also possible that we could see someone like Jar Jar or young Anakin, which young Anakin would fit since we are getting a young Leia in the 25th anniversary sets. However, again, I wouldn't expect that. It doesn't sound like that's what the set's rumoured to include. I haven't heard anyone mention that. That's just a little bit of theorising from me. It's not official information that it will include Jar Jar or Anakin. It's just me kind of theorising, poking at straws. We don't know how much this set's going to cost. We don't know how many pieces it is. I don't know how many pieces any of these sets are. I should have really noted that, but oh well, sorry, not sorry. I didn't think that would be important information, but I guess since I'm stating the price, that is going to be an important piece of information. So I'll note that for next time I talk about a video like this. We knew we were going to get a new Darth Maul. We actually got this leaked from Fortnite. The Star Wars collaborations in Fortnite got added to the Fortnite Lego mode, which I might play on this channel, but I think I'll be playing it on my main channel. So I'll link that somewhere in the description or in the little thing at the top here, so that you can go to it now and you can see if I've done a Lego video or not. Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. Ooh. Oh god, Christ, this is a long video. Yikes. Okay, sorry, I'm getting really distracted. It's a really difficult video to record so long, but I don't actually have much more to say on the Sith Infiltrator, apart from we knew that we were going to get a new Darth Maul because Fortnite did a collaboration with Star Wars where they had Darth Maul back in March of last year, and then when the Lego mode came out, they gave all of the Star Wars characters Lego variants, and the Darth Maul variant was completely new compared to the previous ones we'd seen. It was new prints, and we kind of figured out from that, oh my god, we're going to get a Darth Maul. They said, oh, we'd like to do a Darth Maul, but we haven't really got anything yet. And then a few months later it was leaked, oh my god, they have done something, it's been here the whole time. So there you go, there's Darth Maul. I'm going to speed this up a little bit because this video is 18 minutes long and I'm sure that people are getting bored of me rambling. 75389 Dark Millennium Falcon. This is going to be a part of the Dark Side line. Hasbro's done this with some of the Black Series minifigures, and another Star Wars media collective has done this, but I don't know which one and I can't find which one. However, the Dark Millennium Falcon is going to include a redeemed white Darth Vader, Evil Rey from Episode 9, Evil C-3PO, which we've never seen before, but I assume it'll be the C-3PO with the red eyes, an evil Chewbacca, and a blue Gungan. The blue Gungan is really confusing people. A lot of people are saying there will be a blue shirted Gungan. However, there's no mention of a blue shirt in the original leaks, it just says blue Gungan. So I would imagine that this will be either like a hologram effect, or that it will be a metallic blue, like the super battle droids we got in the Republic gunship all the way back in 2002. That seems like a strange idea to call out, that it could be a metallic blue. However, since we're getting a Jedi Bob playset, and Jedi Bob was in that original gunship, this could be another nice nod towards that set. The reason why they're doing Jedi Bob is because the fans weren't very happy about this set. I have mixed feelings on it. I'm going to make a video talking about it soon, but I both like and dislike the set for many reasons, so I will be talking about it. But fans really didn't like it, so that's why they're giving us Jedi Bob, and that's why we're getting a couple other things like this. Long video. 75387 New Hope Hallway Diorama. March 28th is when this is. Let me start again. 75387 New Hope Hallway Diorama. This is rumoured to release in March, and it's going to be a 25th LEGO Star Wars Anniversary set. This one is an old leak, but I'm mentioning it because I've mentioned it a couple times previously in this video, and because I'm really excited for it. Like I said earlier, I go for the Clone Wars sets. I don't usually go for the prequel, not prequels sometimes, but you know, mostly the Clone Wars stuff, occasional episode 1 kind of thing. But I don't usually go for the sequel and original trilogy sets. This is an original trilogy set. However, included are 2 Rebels, Darth Vader, 2 Stormtroopers, and the 25th anniversary figure, which is ARC Trooper 5s. We haven't had an ARC Trooper 5s figure before. We have had one ARC Trooper figure before, and I can't remember if it's Colt or Bolt. There's something along those, one of those names, I think. But it's a Red Rancor Battalion ARC Trooper, which we got in a battle pack quite a few years back. I would like to see that helmet mold return, but I would also like to see the molded pauldrons and waist capes, but I don't think they will. I would actually be quite happy if we saw the cloth waist capes return, which it turns out they will do for collectible minifigures, but not for LEGO Star Wars. Thanks, LEGO. People have been unhappy about that for a long time, and I'm sure they will continue to be when you continue to release figures with printed waist capes. With that little rant out the way, ARC Trooper 5s. I'm really excited to get this figure. There is some rumours that he's going to have the 25th anniversary logo printed on the back, which is unfortunate, but you can just throw a backpack on it and you won't really notice. Either way, I'm excited for this figure. I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye out for it. And yeah, this will probably be a set that I get just for the ARC Trooper figure. Kinda silly, but there you go. Next we have 75394, which is a Death Star playset. This is going to cost $79.99. It's going to be releasing in September. This set was a bit unexpected, but what's more unexpected is the figures included. It's going to be including Vader and then Cal Kestis. And if that sounds strange, it's going to include up to 6 more figures. And I'm pretty sure this had a pretty big piece count. I didn't write down the piece counts when I took my notes for this video, but I think it was meant to be quite a high piece count. I think it was meant to be 600, 700 pieces kind of thing, so that makes me a little bit interested in this set. This set seems like it could be another possible one for the 25th anniversary figures. However, releasing in September so much later than some of the others, it does seem to make me a little bit less confident. So I wouldn't assume that it's going to include a 75th anniversary figure. However, it is an open possibility. Cal Kestis is pretty cool. I didn't play any of the Jedi Survivor games. I probably will eventually. I just haven't had the luxury to yet. I need to sit down and do it, and I've got plenty of other games I need to play first. So I will eventually sit down and play those games, but the reason why I'm saying that is because I haven't played those games. I don't really know much about Cal Kestis, but it's interesting to see that that's going to be finally coming along as a character that we can get in LEGO Star Wars form, which is pretty cool. That's pretty cool. But the last one we're going to talk about, just because it's insane to me that this leaked out, because it was only last month we could have bought the last advent calendar on shelves, and it was a pretty good one. I regret not getting it, admittedly, because it included a 212 clone trooper, as well as it included Omega. I bought this Bad Batch set. I didn't buy the Cad Bane one, because I didn't want this giant starship, and I'm not that interested in Cad Bane. He's a cool side character, but I'm not going to buy a whole set just for him. So I didn't end up getting either of those Omegas, which is really unfortunate. I'll probably end up getting one second hand just so I can say I have a full Bad Batch collection, but I'll still be missing Crosshair. Yeah, it makes me sad sometimes. But the 75395 is the advent calendar for 2024, which is ridiculous. Like I said, it was only a month ago we had the last one on shelves, and now we got the new one leaking out. This is going to be releasing in September, which is earlier than the last one. I think the last one came out in November when it first released. It might have been September, but I don't remember it being that early. But this will include one of the new B2 Battle Droid molds, which is pretty cool, a 501st clone, Christmas variants of Luke and Leia, and Ahsoka from the T6 Starfighter, which we saw last year. The T6 Starfighter, there was a lot of people talking about it, because similar to this set, it was using this red colour. You know what, let me pull this set over for a second to talk about it. It's missing a wing. We just won't talk about why it's missing a wing. The wing is somewhere. The wing's probably fallen down the back of that shelving unit, which is quite annoying. But it also used this dark red colour, which this set uses. So I know that a lot of people were concerned, because in the older sets this was a very brittle material, because the dye material that they put into the bricks to turn it this colour ended up making the bricks more brittle, so that they'd break. I haven't found any issues with this one. It does have a singular miscoloured piece somewhere. You can see it on one of these sides. I don't know which side. There. I don't know how well you can see that. Right there, it's a miscoloured piece. Because if I show you on the other side, it's not miscoloured. It's really annoying. It's not a part of the set design. It's just something that happened in my set. In the normal sets, it's fine. You don't have that miscoloured piece. However, in that 1 in a million chance, I in fact had that miscoloured piece. You know, you can have this with basically any set. You could have one of these whites be red instead of white, just because it's included one more of these little red ones here and one less of the white ones here. Things like that. It's really uncommon, but it does occur, and it did happen to me in this set, which is kind of unfortunate but kind of funny, which is why I've not fixed it. The point I'm trying to make is that this colour used to be quite brittle. However, I haven't noticed any issues with it yet, so I think that they fixed the issue. However, the Ahsoka from that T6 torrent is going to be in the advent calendar. So that's quite interesting, and it's again really funny to me that we're in January. We had the last advent calendar on shelves last month, and now it's already a new one has been leaked out. I can't validate any of these leaks as 100% absolutely true. Some of these we're quite sure about because we've known of for a while, and some of these are quite recent, we don't know too much about. So, could be good, could be bad. Some of them might not happen at all, some of them might happen exactly as we've been told they will happen. I really have no idea, but that is all of the leaks I want to talk about at the moment. There's a ton more. There's a Jabba sail barge, there's a couple of other original trilogy sets, I think there's even a couple sequel sets as well. We've really got quite a few leaks recently, but those are just like the main ones I want to talk about. I think there's about 20 sets leaked or something, but I just wanted to talk about those 7 because those are the ones which I'm most excited for. The only other leaks I've been excited for recently was the new battle pack that we got, because I'm going to need to kidnap one of you guys. There you go. I'm going to kidnap this guy, because these little clone troopers were included in the new battle pack, which means that since I own this set, I can use the battle pack for some army building, some Coruscant Guard shock trooper armor building, whatever you want to call them. Yes, they are different, but no, I don't like arguing with Star Wars fans, because it turns out they are also nerds and don't have anything else to do with their lives other than argue, and I don't care enough to argue about the difference between a shock trooper and a Coruscant Guard trooper. If you want to call them interchangeable, you can call them interchangeable. I don't care enough to argue it. I've had a lot of rants in this video. Maybe I will make that video talking about the differences. Maybe a small part of me on the inside is just like furious to get out the answer to what the difference is. But that's something for another time. I don't know if I'll do that on this channel. I probably will. I probably will. I'll probably go onto this channel, but there you go. That's all of the leaks that I want to talk about for now. I'm most excited for the New Hope hallway diorama and Jedi Bob Starfighter. I might get Maul's new Interceptor, but I've got the old one. and I will pretty likely get the advent calendar. It kind of just depends how desperate I am for battle droids and 501st clone troopers, since we are getting more 501st clone troopers in Baby Yoda's Escape from the Coruscant Coruscant Temple Lego set, which is like the Mandalorian season 2 or 3 scene. I don't know how many seasons there are anymore, but it's the scene from the Mandalorian where Jar Jar's original actor, who's now playing a Jedi, is rescuing Baby Yoda from the clone troopers who are committing Order 66, trying to kill all the Jedi. We're going to be getting that set, and it's going to be including 2 more 501st clones, so I will probably end up picking up that set just to get some 501st clones into my collection. So I probably won't pick up the advent calendar, but I might. It really just depends what the advent calendar includes and how drawn I am to picking it up or not. Regardless, that's all of the leaks I want to talk about for this video. I'm sorry this video is so long. I'm going to actually edit this one and try and cut it down as much as I can, but it's still going to be a long one by this point. So if you have watched all the way to this point, thank you so much. Just absolutely amazing. But I'm going to end this video off here, so thank you very much for watching. Have a wonderful evening, ladies and gentlemen, and I will see you all in the next one. I need a cup of coffee. I'll see you all in the next one.